darling. You're the best tosser in the whole world.
Shut it! No, you are. It was 20, wasn't it?
Linda, no, you got 17 full flips.
Yeah. Oh, right,
Linda
okay.
got 9.
Oh.
See? But at least it wasn't the ceiling, it was the floor this time.
Very good. Nicely made pancake.
Very nice.
I'll have that for my lunch.
Thank you to the canteen upstairs.
Now, on the floor,
you could buy a truckload of pancakes if you win £3,000 in our competition. Here's today's question. In which game show did Cilla Black ask R. Graham for a quick reminder? Is it A, It's a Knockout, B, You Bet, or C, Blind Date? Call 09012 931 941. Calls cost £1 from BT landlines. Calls from mobiles and other networks may be higher. Text WIN plus your answer, A, B or C, to 63337. Text costs £1 plus one standard network rate reply message. Digital satellite viewers can enter by pressing their red button now, and you can also enter for free at ITV1. Entrance must be 18 or over, and all lines close at 1:20. Best of luck with that. Now, ex-football player and self-confessed philanderer Ian Wright has offered a lifeline to Ashley Cole in The Sun today. He reminisces about some dark days in his own relationship after his cheating and suggests Ashley stays strong and tries to work through his difficulties with wife Cheryl. So is unsolicited advice from someone who may have experienced similar problems welcome? And is it ever wise to seek advice from other people?
Well, I have to say, this business in the papers annoys me every day. Like poor old Kylie the other day, somebody writes a column about what she should do. They're minding their own business, you know. It's awful. Yeah. Having said that, I, of course, ask the world and his wife.
Do you?
What I should do, yes, and I listen to every single person and get very confused and then do the opposite.
But no, I do. I ask everybody what you should do.
Yeah, when I've been through bad times, because I think one of the things when you go through bad times, for me anyway, is talking it out. And so I go, you know, what happened to you and did you do it? And in a way, you do get a very interesting view of the world. But that's how I get it out, is by talking about it to everybody.
You lose all your friends because they're bored with you.
Well, yes, exactly.
Not just friends, though, isn't it?
Just everybody, the bus driver, everybody.
But why do you do that when you never take any of the advice that you're given, because you know what you're going to... What do you want? Do you just want them to give you the advice that you're going to act on anyway?
I think just by hearing other people's versions, because we all go through the same things, different versions of, really, heartbreak or upset or losing a job or lack of self-confidence. And when you... Somehow, it's like when you speak a problem, it feels better. When you hear it, somebody else go, oh, that happened to me and I did this. But I think that's proffering. I wouldn't like to... If somebody asked my advice, I'd given them an opinion. But I think it's very difficult to give advice.
Because each situation is so different. I'm totally opposite to you. I go on... Everybody's different. Everybody deals with heartbreak and emotion in different ways. And for one person, it could be the right advice. For the other, it couldn't. It's not. So I tend to shut myself away. I deal with it on my own. Or my mum. My mum's the only one that I would confide in, really. But I just think this poor couple, you know, they're going to have to sort it out themselves. And if she wants to go back to him, then go back to him. Nobody's going to judge you for that. And if she wants to leave him, leave him. It's entirely... Well, it's nobody else's business.
I don't think anyone's got the right, exactly, to offer unsolicited advice, you know. But you should only give advice if you're asked for it. I mean, people do tend not to ask me for advice, you know. And I'm not really sure why.
No,
but
I think you'd be a good person. I would always seek out your opinion on something. If I was unsure and I wanted to kind of get, you know, a bit of an idea of what certain people thought, I think you'd be good, because I know that you would be completely honest.
Well, yeah, but this is what I say to people.
You wouldn't tell me what I wanted to hear.
Well, this is it, and I do warn my friends, you know, I always say don't ask for my advice unless you're absolutely prepared to hear something that you might not want to hear.
Yeah.
And, you know, what really, really winds me up with people is when they ask you advice, right, you give the advice, they don't act on it, and then they keep telling you the same problem over and over again. And then I start losing the will to live, and I just think, you know, either do something about your problem or shut up about it. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not being harsh, but it is just, you know, it's just endless.
Do you think that's because people... Is either because they just want to keep talking it over and over and over and over and hashing it over, or they keep asking you until they're hoping you tell them what they want to hear?
Maybe, but I think a lot of the time it is, unfortunately, attention-seeking. You know, a lot of people, they do like to talk about themselves all the time. You know, I know we talk about ourselves for a living, really, on the show, but, you know, generally, I prefer, when I'm out with my friends, to hear what they've got to say about things, but not if it's the same problem week after week. Yeah, I do think that sometimes people just like to keep going on about it. Yeah. They don't want to do anything about it. And I've got another friend who loves the drama. You know, she almost doesn't want to sort her problems out because then there would be no drama in her life. Do you know what I mean?
It's a good way of dithering as well. It's a good way of stagnating, isn't it? If you keep sort of taking straw polls of what people think, you don't actually have to do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to say at some point, if somebody offers advice unsolicited, is it because they're so arrogant that they think they know the best? So they keep going around, they were offering, you know, actually, I do know best, and I would like to.
Actually,
go away.
People do ask me for travel advice.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They do.
You globetrotter,
you are really good at that.
I'm good at travel advice, yeah. Well, you know, if people ask, where shall I go for my honeymoon, I go somewhere I'm not.
What about any real pearls of wisdom that you've ever been offered? Best advice you've ever had?
Best advice I've ever had is always go on your gut feeling. It's the gut feeling that makes you feel good or bad, and always go with that because it's right.
What about you, Linda?
My mum, God rest her soul, said to me, sleep on it. It's always better the next day. And I've used that to the point that even I've gone to bed if I'm really, really had some bad times, I've gone to sleep in the afternoon, had a nap, and woken up, and that makes it a different day.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very good piece of advice.
How about you, Carol? Any pearls?
Yeah, I got some really, really, really good advice recently. In fact, I was dithering a little bit over a pair of Tiffany diamond earrings, and my friend said buy them, so I did. You know, brilliant advice. So
It's changed your life.
Exactly.
Right, we'll take a breather here, but the Palace's handsome young king, Rupert Evans, will be here after the break, and here's who's still to come on the show this week.
Maltesers, so light you'll need new ways to be naughty.
Colleen is looking for real women
There's some fantastic girls out there.
to become the new face of a major cosmetics brand.
It's really important that the model has flawless skin.
This is an opportunity to get a girl who is a 14 and 16 into a campaign. She's still a real woman at the end of the day.
It's a battle between the models
She'd make a big difference in the advertising world.
and Colleen's Real Women, a new series, Thursday at 9 on ITV2.
I want to talk about TV, I want watercolour moments, I want sex, I want passion. I want them to run home from work just to watch it. Let's hear it for the player! Actors that make women want to leave their husbands, husbands want to leave their wives.
Certainly. What I love about that show is the title. There's not an ounce of fat on that title.
Well, I want to show with wit and class.
You look up there a little bit too much.
Weekends in February on ITV1.
Maltesers, so light you'll need new ways to be naughty.
Welcome back to Loose Women Live this Tuesday lunchtime. Before we meet the Palace's Rupert Evans, here's your final opportunity to be in with a chance of winning £3,000. In which game show did Cilla Black ask R. Graham for a quick reminder? Is it A, it's a knockout, B, you bet, or C, blind date? Call 09012 931 941. Calls cost £1 from BT landlines. Calls from mobiles and other networks may be higher. Text WIN plus your answer, A, B or C, to 63337. Text cost £1 plus one standard network rate reply message. Digital satellite viewers can enter by pressing their red button now, and you can also enter for free at itv.com. Entrance must be 18 or over, and all lines close at 1:20. Yeah, remember the entry lines close at 1:20, so if you try and enter after then, you may still be charged, and best of luck. Okay, a couple of emails that we're going to have a read of. Carol?
Yeah, this one says, thong, who wants some string chafing the back passage? Good old apple catchers is what you need. Or those nice lace shorts that are popular now, and that's from Aggie, who wants to tell us that she's 74.
Very good.
Thanks, Aggie.
I've got one from Paula in Shropshire. On the discussion of pants, as a bigger lady, I believe that a thong should not be worn unless you want to look like a sumo wrestler. Never a good look. I agree, Paula.
That's true, yes.
Right now, we should really be rolling out the red carpet and getting ready to curtsy for our next guest. He's currently appearing in The Palace, ITV1's Monday night drama that portrays life behind the gates of a parodied Buckingham Palace. After the sudden death of his father in the series, the young Prince of Wales becomes King Richard IV at the age of just 24.
I need this.
Mummy, thank you.
I know what you should say.
Yeah?
You should honor your mother, pay tribute to her.
Well, and then give the diamond back.
I think you need to do what you feel is right, sir.
Please welcome Rupert Evans.
Hello, lovely ladies. Hello. Thank you for having me on your show.
We haven't yet, but we'll make a queue. You're a lovely.
It's nice to
Calm down, James. Calm down. Are you getting the benefit? Are your public treating you with respect?
With respect? Oh, I don't know about that. I've just been listening to you lot talking about, pancake.